Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you an update on my influencer purge, my social media purge. I stopped following and watching influencers for a year, and this is what happened. I'm going to share with you the updates. So technically it's only been 10 months. A lot's changed in 10 months. And when I thought about how much has changed, I'm really freaking so excited to share it with you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna share with you what I learned and where I'm at now. So let's get into it. The original video I did about unfollowing influencers was something that I had wanted to share with you for probably weeks, if not months before that. I just never really had the courage to do so. And I genuinely was surprised at the response that I got from that video. I'm gonna have it linked if you haven't seen that. Feel free to go watch that and then come back and maybe you might be able to see some of the differences. Maybe you might be able to, if you've been watching my content for the past 10 months, you might have been able to notice a change in my content. I was truly surprised with the outpour of support and kind and really open and vulnerable messages that I received from that video. That video has over 800 comments on it, and best believe I am somebody who, for the most part, tries to respond to as many comments as I can. But 800 comments, that's a lot. Best believe though, I read every single one of them. I'm gonna try my best to have some structure around this video because I know for those who love structure, that's really important to you, but obviously talking about your life over the span of 10 months can get a bit rambly, so I'll try to stay on track. Number one, obviously, my shopping has changed. My shopping habits have changed. My ideologies about shopping has changed. The way I shop has changed. And the fact that I'm currently in July and I've only bought one bag this year blows my motherfucking mind. Truly blows my mind. And I don't have a wish list of things. I don't have a long list of things that I want. I currently don't have a bag in mind that I want enough to go and buy. And it's weirdly a very freeing feeling. My shopping habits have changed completely. I still get caught up in this from time to time, but I catch myself. And it's weird to think that I once lived in a world with myself that I wasn't even aware, and I wasn't really aware of my brain and my thoughts, and I was almost very disconnected. Like, for instance, it was my birthday last month, and one of my thoughts was I should go shopping today. I should go shopping because it's my birthday. And I never used to do this before, but now I ask myself, hold on. Why should we go shopping? Like, why do I want to go shopping? Why am I going shopping? And when I really break it down, it's usually not a valid enough reason for me to justify it. I don't need anything. Let's be honest, most of us don't need anything. But it's almost like I didn't want anything. I didn't have that unbelievable urge to go out and buy something. And I spent the day, you know, bakery and cafe hopping with a friend. I spent the day in a beautiful garden in the sunshine. And I spent the day with my family and a friend of mine and people that I love and care about. And that meant so much to me. And that was so enjoyable. And at the end of the day, I remember thinking, holy crap, I'm so glad I didn't spend the day inside a shopping mall, especially considering it was such a gorgeous day. So I still catch myself in moments where I think I need to go shopping, but then I stop and I pause and I reflect and I sit with myself and I think, hold on, why? Why exactly do I think I need to go shopping? And usually it ends up being a reason that I personally can't justify going ahead and spending a day trading in that time in a mall. Number two thing that has changed is I, since September, have read and listened to over 40 books. Isn't that incredible? I really want to share with you my evening routine and my nighttime routine now because it's so different to what it was. I feel so much more creative and creatively inspired and in tune with my creativity. Guys, I started writing, I mean, I've always kind of like dabbled in poetry, but I've written more poetry in the last 10 months than I have in a really long time. Number 3, now I don't usually like to talk about money, so I'm not gonna get too, I mean, I don't know. I have completely cleared all of my credit card debts. As of September last year, I opened a new bank account and I currently have double digits saved in that bank account. And that's a big deal, okay? That's a big deal. Never thought I was good at saving. I never believed that I was somebody that was good at saving, and I almost took pride in that. Like, almost thought it was funny. Like, oh my God, Caitlin's like so reckless and doesn't really know how to save, but like has like a lot of nice handbags and shoes. I can't believe I now have over $10,000 sitting in this bank account. It blows my mind. I no longer dread my credit card statements. I used to be terrified because sometimes I would go so wild and spend so much and I honestly wouldn't even know what my credit card statement was going to be. Like, I had no idea. I was like, oh shit, like spending in the dark. And the amount of times I'd open up the statement and my stomach would literally feel like it was going to fall out my asshole. And I was like, holy shit. Like, how am I going to get this money together in the next month? That's unhealthy. That's dangerous. Not okay, in my personal opinion. And I no longer feel that way. I open up my credit card statements. I'm no longer scared to open up my credit card statements anymore. I know what to expect when my credit card statement comes in because I've been aware of how much I've been spending and I've been keeping to my spending habits and my restrictions, which don't even really feel like restrictions. Like, I genuinely just don't want to spend money on a lot of stuff anymore. So that's an amazing relief for my mental health and my shoulders where I carry a lot of my stress. Now, the maximum time that I give myself to sit on social media on my phone is an hour. Usually it's not that long. It's usually anywhere between like 30 to 45 minutes a day, but hour's my max. And most of that hour is spent talking to you, responding to comments or responding to your messages. Maybe I'll post something here and there. Just catch up on my unopened messages. Usually I'm like in and out. I probably spend on average now, it sounds kind of bad, like 3 to 5 minutes a day scrolling Instagram. I usually prefer to look at people's stories. I'll open the app and I'll see a new photo from someone and I'll, you know, most of the time give it a double tap. I'll like scroll for, it's literally like probably less than 3 minutes. Like, I don't sit there scrolling aimlessly. And that's something that I feel like has given me so much more free time. Hence why I've literally read and listened to like 40 books. And when I look at that comparison and how I used to spend my time versus all the new information and all the new stories I've read, I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. I feel like I've woken up, okay? I feel like I've woken up. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube I think was probably the hardest habit to change, and I still watch predominantly YouTube. Netflix, I mean, I dabble in things. YouTube is pretty much my main source of consumption in terms of media. And that was, I think, the hardest habit to kick. Like, I think I kind of fell off. I think maybe once or twice I fell off and I went back to watching influencers because I thought I was okay. And I thought like I could just, you know, I could watch them and it would be all good. And again, the cycle happened. I started to feel really crappy. I started to feel uninspired and just really sluggish and not really happy. And again, I was like, well, what's changed? What's changed? So I'm not gonna lie, like that was really, it was a habit that was hard to kick and I did fall off that bandwagon, but then I just got right back on. And now it's gotten to the point where I don't watch any of the old people that I used to watch. And I'm not gonna name names, but like if you know me and if you're in here with me, then you probably watch them or maybe you used to watch them or I don't know. But I genuinely, like it's weird because before I had to like stop myself from watching them. Like I had to stop myself. Whereas now I genuinely have no interest in their lives. No interest in watching their videos anymore. And that's not coming from a hateful place. Like I'm not being a hater. It's not coming from a resentful, angry place. Like I genuinely just feel so indifferent now. Even in preparation for this video, I went ahead and searched up some of the old influencers that I watched. I checked out their story or I looked at their video titles And I literally was just like, I don't want to watch that. Like I can't be bothered. Like that doesn't excite me to watch that anymore. I don't care about the new 3 Birkins you've bought, or the new Chanel unboxing that you've unboxed, or like this PR trip you went on. I still watch YouTube, like I said, but most of the time the things I've found I'm watching are more like relatable content, more commentary style content, more analysis style videos, something where I learn something that I get to look into the minds of people or understand people a little bit better. Sometimes I'll watch random videos about world topics. For the most part, I just watch real life content, things that feel real to me. I think I probably watch like 1 or 2% of the luxury community, and it's not even consistent. The thing I want to end on is my mood and like my general happiness has changed. Obviously, I'm pretty like open about this, and I'm a large advocate of therapy. I go to therapy. I've been going to therapy regularly. I was doing that last year as well. But I think just generally my mood and happiness has changed. Like not so much my happiness, it's like my idea of happiness has changed. I don't really know how to explain it to you without sounding like a woo-woo cuckoo, but like I don't have as many high highs and low lows. Like before, I used to get excited and I used to just be like looking for the next thing to like keep me excited and keep me happy and keep me feeling good. Like it was very much like a roller coaster. Like I had really high highs and I had really low lows. Like it was very much like a roller coaster. Whereas now I feel like my mood is kind of a lot more stable. Like I still have high highs. Like when I'm happy, I am like woo, but it's not usually because I've just bought something, which is what used to be. My low lows, I think I've had like one really low period since September, and it's just really interesting because the way I got out of that was, really great timing actually, and it makes me wonder how I maybe would have gotten out of it before, and I almost think maybe I wouldn't have. Like I probably just would have bought myself some stuff and taken some days off work and booked a trip or bought some handbags and kind of tried to bury it, or like expected that it would go away. But I luckily at that time when I had that kind of like low period, it only really lasted maybe like a week. And at that same time I had my course. I have a course that I do on a monthly basis that's going for the entirety of this year. It's really teaching me a lot about the community that I live in. So I was actually lucky enough to be surrounded by people who are working in fields that truly they're passionate about, and they're making this world a better place. They're dealing with really sensitive, hard-hitting topics that they want to make a difference in this world, injustices that they feel they want to contribute to eradicating. That snapped me out of that rut so damn quickly. It's amazing. I honestly don't know what I would have done. I feel like before, when I was in those ruts, I would just consume more YouTube. I would just consume more content, buy more, and try to like squash that feeling with an exciting new shiny toy. Whereas getting the chance to sit down with people who I'm really inspired by and who I deem and who I share the same idea with of a very full and purposeful life, that made me feel so much better, and it got me out of that little low point. Anyway, that was a little bit of a ramble, but I used to fill these voids. I felt like I was just running on this little hamster wheel, and I was just kind of like buying and buying and buying, and I was like, when is enough enough? Like, when is enough enough? I hope that kind of answered your questions, any of them that you may have had. Obviously, I still follow influencers. On my Instagram, you'll see some influencers, but they're not like the top dog influencers that I used to follow. And, they've kind of become like internet friends of mine. So I don't necessarily see them as influencers, which I hope that doesn't offend them. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of this journey. I don't love that word. Let me know what you think of this thing that I've been doing and this life change that I've made, and if maybe I've inspired you to do the same, or if you have maybe taken a step back from consuming and following influencers, how you found it, how you felt about it, if you've noticed any mindset shifts, and share with me where you're at right now, how many influencers you watch, if you watch a lot of YouTube, and if you still watch a lot of fashion, luxury content. Let me know in the comments down below, because I honestly feel like maybe I'm alone out here, like maybe I'm the only person who doesn't watch Share with me your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time today. I really look forward to hearing from you. I'm gonna have another one linked for you right here if you haven't had enough just yet. Feel free to check this video out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.